welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today because we're talking about two of my favorite things: holiday songs and movement activities. If you've been around here for any amount of time, then you know that I love to incorporate movement in all of my lessons because the kids need it, and also it's fun and it's just a really literally active way to learn music. So if you would love to incorporate more movement in your activities, then you can make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get notified when I hit other videos. And I think we're all prepared. Got my red shirt, got my super cute new elf earrings, and let's get started. All right, I'm gonna kind of break this up into like different categories. And so the first one is, let's talk about Sleigh Ride. So with Sleigh Ride, I actually have a whole video about different ways you can do Sleigh Ride, and I think that I mentioned one of these and not the other one. So we'll go to that in a second. But the first thing I want to tell you about Sleigh Ride is that it is a really fun thing to literally do a sleigh ride with. So I have done this two different ways. I actually have some hobby horses in my class, and so sometimes we listen to Sleigh Ride and I have the kids a couple at a time. We'll get to gallop around the room along with Sleigh Ride because, you know, Sleigh Ride, horses, all that kind of stuff. But another really fun thing to do, I haven't done this in a while, so maybe I'll get adventurous and do it this year, but you get hula hoops, and you have like one kid in the front of the hula hoop holding onto the hula hoop, and you can stick 2 or 3 kids, depending on which grade you do, behind them in the hula hoop, and then you can put one on the end. And so you're making your own little sleigh, and they have to navigate each other around the room, and it is absolutely hilarious. Now, obviously, you could totally make this much more, you know, like musical and actually teach something, but by maybe like doing it with form. So maybe you do that during the A section or during the B section and pick something else for the other ones. But you know, I just did it as like, hey, let's have fun and pretend we're on a sleigh ride. They turned out fine. And so that's item number 1. Now, item 1.5 is with Sleigh Ride, a jingle bell routine. Now, I don't know if this counts because it's not quite as like up moving around, but jingle bell routine, super, super fun. So what we do for this one is on the A section, the kids take their bells and they jingle to the beat. You could also have them walk to the beat if you wanted to on that part. On the B section, there's 2 different options. You can have the kids either throw and catch their jingle bells to the beat, or you can have them pass them in a circle. So it just kind of depends on if you want to do this as like a circle passing thing, or if you just want to do it as like just for fun. And then on the C section, that's the part that goes, there's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. We take our fingers and we drum just like the crescendo. So we start really quiet and then get louder, louder, louder. And then do a clap where that slapstick is. So there's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day. And then wave your hands back and forth on this section. And then it goes back to that first part. Super, super cute. I obviously know Sleigh Ride pretty well. So super, super fun. It is still moving, even though it's not like up, you know, running around, but super, super fun. That's why I started with the other Sleigh Ride options. So 1, 2 things for Sleigh Ride. All right, item number, I guess, does that make this 3? I don't know. Item number 3 is with the song Winter. So we usually will listen to Winter from Vivaldi, sometimes at this time, sometimes more in like January, but I love to do this with first grade and have them practice keeping the steady beat with sock skating. So if you have laminate floors, your kids can actually slide on the floor in their socks. So I have laminate floors, so I just have the kids take their shoes off and they just skate to the steady beat, and we practice that steady beat and make sure that we're skating along with it. It's super, super fun. If you do not have laminate, and I also, by the way, I always bring some like old old socks, so that if someone's not wearing socks, then I can give them some socks to put on. If you do not have laminate floors and you have carpet, I have heard you can do this with paper plates, where they like slide on the paper plates. I've never tried it because I don't have carpet, but you can try it, see if it works, and if it works, then you can do it with the kids, because it's super, it's like, I mean, like, what better way to practice the steady beat in the winter than sock skating? I literally one time had a kid look at me and he said, "This is the best day of my life." I was like, all right, we have one. All right, next up is a song, and that is Up on a Housetop. This is one of my favorite Christmas songs. It's so cute. And so for this one, we just have some little actions. And so we do Up on a housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on a housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. So really, really simple. The kids absolutely love this. I do this every year with second grade. It's always a huge hit. There's a half note in it, so that's why I like to do it with second grade, although second grade's not learning half note this year, but every other year they've always been working on half note around this time of year, so it always works out perfectly. Actions are super simple, super cute. I think I have a whole video all about Up on the Housetop, so I will link that down below so you can check that out. All right, now the next one you might want to fight me on, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. And that is 5 fat turkeys. So I see my kids for a week at a time, so I have like month-long sets of lessons. So I usually end up kind of combining Thanksgiving and Christmas. We just call it like holiday. We're just doing all the holidays. And so we do 5 fat turkeys all the way up through the end of December. Especially because like in my family, we always eat turkey for Christmas, which I'm a little bit like, didn't we just have turkey for Thanksgiving? Like, do we really do it twice that soon? But you know, no one listens to me. So it doesn't matter. And so I always tell them like, we eat turkey for anyway for Christmas, so it works out. And so 5 fat turkeys, it goes. 5 fat turkeys are we slept all night in the tree. When the cook came around, we couldn't be found, and that's why we're here, you see. And it actually works out perfectly if you already had Thanksgiving, because then you can say, Jaden, did you have turkey for Thanksgiving? And Jaden will be like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we had 5 turkeys, but Jaden ate one for Thanksgiving, so now we only have 4. And then we keep going as is, and they think it is the funniest thing ever. When we get down to 0, we like pretend to cry and talk about how sad it is, there's no more turkeys left. And then usually I'll go back to 5 because I don't like to end it on like, you know, pretend crying, because it's just a little bit weird. Super huge hit. We always do it in December. You can, you know, hate me if you want for suggesting a turkey song for December, but you know what, it's great, just do it anyway. All right, one more song. Again, I don't know if this constitutes as a movement activity, but we're gonna call it a movement activity, and that is Oh Christmas Tree. So I usually do this with 3rd grade. I will teach them the song Oh Christmas Tree. Actually, we learn it as Oh Tannenbaum. And then what we do is we'll separate into groups, and each group, or sometimes we'll do it as pairs, and we'll do half at a time. And each group gets a box full of random Christmas decorations that are like from the dollar store, nothing expensive. And while we sing, they have to decorate one of the kids as a Christmas tree. And it is absolutely hilarious. So it works really well if you have like pairs, and you maybe do like, you know, like 3 sets of kids, and then you can have the other kids vote on which like person looks the most decorated by the end of the song. And then also not everyone's decorating, so you have more kids that'll sing. But however you want to do it is absolutely hilarious. Usually we'll do where they decorate someone and then we'll sing it again and they have to take it down, or we'll sing verse 2 and they have to take it down. Absolutely hilarious. It's a great time. Highly recommend, because it's just so funny and something to do with all those excess Christmas ornaments. All right, my next few are going to be from the Nutcracker, because of course it's Nutcracker season. So next one is gonna be March. I use this one with my upper grades, and it's mostly to kind of prepare for either figuring out the form or working on the rhythm. And so what we do is we play the rhythm on our legs. So we just do bum ba da dum bum 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 ba da dum bum 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 bum, and then you wave your hands back and forth for the second part of the A section. And then it does that again. On the B section, I tell them pretend like there's 8 snowflakes. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the C section, we have a whirlwind where they have to, or not a whirlwind, it's a blizzard. They do the blizzard all throughout, and it's hilarious and it's a great time and it's amazing. So they love it. It's really easy because you can just be like, watch me, and they will watch you, and they can do it the very first time, and then you can transfer that really easily to the instruments or whatever you would like. I will give a little plug. I do have this available in my virtual field trip as a play along, so it shows you what to do at what time along with the song, so you can literally just like hit play and then walk away. And then there's also a rhythm play along with it, so if you want to do this and also do the rhythm play along with it, then both of those are included in the virtual field trip, as is the next one, and that is Russian dance. So Russian dance, highly recommend. I've used this activity with 3rd grade and under, so I've done 1st and 3rd, I think, and they both loved it. So for this one, I told them a little story. I'm like, okay, on our A section, we're gonna be ice skaters, and we're gonna do an ice skater jump on the bum, 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 bum. And then when it says bum, 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 we follow the snowflakes falling down from the sky. On the B section, we go looking for the secret ice castle to see if we can find it. And this is also, by the way, in my virtual field trip, and there's a whole video again, and so it's like up on the screen, you can see it. But we walk to the steady beat to find the ice castle. Once we get to the ice castle, the ice queen freezes us. So that's in the C section where it goes bum 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 bum. And so on each of those, the kids freeze in a different pose, and so it's like bum 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 bum, and then it goes back to the A section with jump, and then it's hilarious. Usually the first time I have them do it just like this. The second time I'll tell them their ice skater jump can be a jump spin, as long as they can do it without falling over, which they think is absolutely hilarious. And then I usually add scarves, because everything is better with scarves. Now, along with these, I will also mention that both Trepak and March have a debut in the book Artie Almeida's Scarves and Ribbons and Parachutes, Oh My. And the March has a parachute routine, and it is so much fun. So highly recommend that you check that book out. I will link it down below because it is definitely a great one. Those are the only Nutcracker things. The other ones are different songs, but there's like syncopated clock, and there's like a whole bunch of different things. So highly recommend you check that one out. I will link it down below because it's a great one. So check it out. All right, friends, that is no means all of the movement activities that we are doing in December for the different holiday seasons, but it is a couple of my favorites. So I would love to know what your favorite ones are. Let me know down below in the comments, or send me a message over on Instagram at Becca's Music Room, so that I have some ideas for next year and you can share them. Especially if you share them in the comments, then other people can see, and it's a great time because then you get more ideas than just what I told you, because you know I can only tell you so many things because I don't know all the things. So I can just share what we have been doing, and then you can take it from there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.